Hello everyone and welcome back to Curtain Up, my sort of monthly series where I chat to you about all the theatre that I've been seeing recently, just to catch you up. I missed out on October's episode of Curtain Up because, to be honest, I had too many videos to upload as it was. Curtain Up slipped off of the priority list for October, so I thought I would just put the 2 months together. For pretty much everything mentioned in this video, there will be a full vlog of the trip, so I'll link those all in the description for you to check out if you want to see my full opinions and trips to these shows and what have you. I went to New York at the end of September and I managed to catch 4 Broadway shows while out there, which was very exciting. And I also had a theatre sort of event as well. So the first show I saw while out there was Anastasia at the Broadhurst Theatre. I also managed to see Waitress at the Brooks Atkinson Theatre, Beautiful at the Stephen Sondheim Theatre, and Come From Away at the Schoenfeld Theatre. So it was a great selection of shows. I am kind of gutted that a couple of the shows I really wanted to see actually closed before I went out there. I wanted to see, well, I had tickets to see Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812, and also I wanted to see Bandstand. Both of those closed just before I got there, which was very sad, and we're not going to talk about it. Okay, good. I loved the shows that I got to see though. I feel very grateful that I even managed to see stuff out there. Like, I know I'm very fortunate in being able to do that, so I can't complain at all, really. As I mentioned, full vlogs from seeing those Broadway shows are on my channel, as well as daily vlogs from while I was in New York, because that was something that I wanted to do, and I really hope that you've enjoyed those videos if you've already watched them, or go catch up if you haven't already. Also, while I was in New York, the Broadway flea market happened, so obviously I was there and it was so much fun. There's also a vlog of that day if you want to go and check it out, and I also recently uploaded a haul of all the stagey bits and bobs that I bought during my trip to America. That'll also be linked below, you can go and check that out. After New York, we also went to Washington DC and also Chicago and Toronto. The only real theatre things we did were in DC and Toronto. We unfortunately didn't get to do anything in Chicago, but we didn't really have that much time. Did enter the Hamilton lottery, but didn't win, obviously, but it's fine. So in DC, the theatre thing that we did, we went to the Kennedy Center, which was a beautiful building. It's so lovely, and they do a free performance there every single day. I think it was at 6 o'clock that we went, and it's just something new and different every day. It's like a short performance piece. So we got to watch, it was an interpretive dance piece and then a more sort of theatre performance piece, which was really great, and it was free. So that was awesome to get a little taste of theatre in DC. That was really fun. And then when we were in Toronto, we saw a production of Hedwig and the Angry Inch. It was a show that I've never seen before, and I saw it on, I can't remember where I saw it actually. I think I might have seen it advertised somewhere or maybe online, I don't know, but I was like, I've not seen this show, let's maybe go and see it. The tickets were really cheap as well. It was in a university campus, but I don't think it was strictly a university production. The show is not my favourite show that I've ever seen. Like, I'm glad to have seen it, and it was really cool to obviously visit a theatre in Toronto and get to see a production there. There's just something about it that didn't fully click with me, but that's okay because we all love different things, so that's fine, but I'm glad to have finally seen it. Coming back to the UK, my next theatre trip was a return visit to Dreamgirls because I was offered some tickets and I don't want to turn down a freebie, so I went along and I took Sean with me. Didn't vlog this trip. I did like Insta stories, which obviously is not there anymore, and I can't remember if I saved it or not, but yeah, I just thought I'm not vlogging, so I'll do some stuff on Instagram instead. It wasn't our favourite visit to Dreamgirls. Obviously I've seen it now 4 times this year. Sean has seen it, I think that was his 6th visit. And yeah, there was just something about the show that night that we just didn't love it as much as we did before. That was a bit of a shame, but it wasn't awful. There was just something about it that both of us were like, we're not feeling it tonight. So yeah, The next show I saw was also a return visit. There's a lot of return visits in this Curtain Up actually, now that I think about it. I went to see Wicked because I'm starting a series on my channel of cheapest seats, which is really hard to say, and why didn't I pick a better name for this series? But yeah, I did the cheapest seat at Wicked. I thought it was a good one to sort of kick the series. I say series, it's not going to be like a thing, but it's going to be something that you can expect on the channel quite a lot. And do leave suggestions on if there's a particular show you want me to do a cover of the cheapest seat at. I say cover, like it's not a song, like a review of the cheapest seat. So I did that for Wicked, and I got to see Alice Fern and Sophie Evans again. Obviously the last time I saw them was press night in September. So it was interesting to see them not on press night, and especially for like Alice's performance. Actually, no, I didn't see Sophie. That was Samantha Thomas that was on as Glinda in that show. Sorry, it was ages ago now, so sorry, my apologies. Yeah, so obviously that's a video on my channel, and as I said, expect to see more of those kinds of videos in the future because, I don't know, I thought it was a fun thing to do and hopefully it'll help some people when it comes to purchasing tickets. The next theatre trip was another repeat visit. I went to see Aladdin the musical. If you've been following my channel for a while, you might have seen my previous video on Aladdin, which was back in June. That was my first time seeing it. The cast has changed since then, so I was offered a ticket and I wasn't gonna turn it down, so I went along, and the cast has changed since. I think I just said that, but I'll say it again. It's now Matthew Croak, I think that's how you say his surname, as Aladdin, and I was very intrigued as to how he was going to be in the role. I definitely preferred the show this time around, but I feel like if you watch the vlog from when I last saw Aladdin, you will know that I had a massive nosebleed before the show. So going into it, I wasn't in like the best mood. I could have happily gone home just to like just be at home and be comfortable rather than go from one theatre, have a nosebleed, and then go into another theatre, if you know what I mean. So I had a better setup going into Aladdin this time, definitely. Again, I started vlogging at Aladdin. Here's the funny thing. Started vlogging, and then kind of in the interval I was just like, I'm still not massively like feeling it enough to do a vlog, and not be negative as such, but not be like, oh yeah, this show, yay, so good, you know? So I filmed a little bit, but I just didn't want to vlog, and I think that kind of says a lot really. But also I knew that I had so many videos that I wanted to put out anyway. It wasn't like a priority to vlog that trip. Matthew was good as Aladdin. I saw, the last time I saw it, it wasn't Dean John Wilson, it was his understudy. So I never saw Dean. I don't think I've even heard what his Aladdin was like. But yeah, the show, I'm just not a fan. Unless someone I absolutely love is cast as either Aladdin or Jasmine, I can't see myself going back to Aladdin again, ever. Something really exciting happened in October. So on Twitter ages ago, I saw, this account followed me, the Theatre Community Awards, and I thought, oh, that sounds cute, that sounds really nice. And then it said about the nominations being open, so obviously I tweeted and I was like, if any of you guys want to nominate me, because they had like a best YouTube, best theatre vlogger category, I was like, if you want to nominate me, that would be lovely. And I just kind of, this sounds bad, I didn't really like take it seriously as such, because I was like, oh, it's just like, it's on Twitter, you know, it's not the Olivier's, like, that sounds bad, but I was like, if I win, that would be lovely. If I don't, that's fine. But then I saw who was judging it, and it was like a list of legit like people I know and respect, and like they were the judges, and then suddenly I was like, oh my god, I really want to win this. And then I did. And holy wow, first of all, I'm so grateful that anyone even watches and enjoys my videos. I mean, that means so much to me because I love doing YouTube. I love filming these videos. I love feeling like an idiot out and about talking to a camera at the theatre, and I'm very lucky that I can just take one of my passions, going to the theatre, and make content around it and have a great time doing so. Like, that's a joy in and of itself, but to be then awarded for it, that's bloody lovely. So thank you so much to everyone who watches and comments and like supports me and like shares my content and things like that and just enjoys my presence on the internet. Like, that's so weird, but you know, I'm just really grateful. And then thank you to those who nominated me, and obviously thanks to the judges for being like, yeah, she's all right, she can win. Like, wow, thank you so much. Getting a bit emotional. And the prize was an amazing poster from Zurich. Never know if I'm saying that correctly. I actually already had one of the posters. I have the Apollo Victoria one that my boyfriend bought me for my birthday, so I thought, why don't I get the Gershwin Theatre to go with it? So they are up on my wall just up here, and I love them and I'm so grateful, and they sent me a lovely little like card as well of congratulations, and I'm every time I think about it, it makes me smile. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone behind that. I am like so grateful. The same day that I won the Theatre Community Award, I was actually going to the theatre. How blimmin' apt. I had a trip booked to see The Toxic Avenger at the Arts Theatre because I'd missed it at the Southwark Playhouse, and I was like, right, definitely need to see it when it comes to the Arts Theatre. And Today had one of their flash sales, so I managed to pick up a £15 ticket, which is awesome. So yeah, I went to see that, and I obviously didn't know much about the story of the show because I like to go into shows blind, but had a ball of a time. Like, I was laughing so much. I genuinely cried in Act 1 from laughter, which is always a good sign. I don't think I've laughed in the theatre that much since maybe seeing like the comedy about a bank robbery, and previously before that, obviously, like The Play That Goes Wrong. It was so funny. I had such a good time. The next show that I saw was Romantics Anonymous at the Sam Wanamaker Playhouse, which is part of the Globe Theatre. This was my second visit to the Globe Theatre, but obviously the first time I was in like the main theatre space, so it was lovely to visit the other space that the theatre has to offer. I really enjoyed the show. It was really sweet, really charming, and I had a lovely night. Despite the seats being rather uncomfortable, that was the only flaw of the night. Yeah, it was a really charming show and made me feel like all warm and fuzzy inside, which was really nice. I've seen a real mix of musicals in the last couple of months, which is great. The next thing that happened in October was an event. I was invited to London's Comic-Con, which was really cool. I went there for just one day. I went on the last day, the Sunday, and I went because Eugenius were doing a panel and a performance because the theme of the show kind of fits with the Comic-Con audience. So yeah, I was invited along to see what they were up to and film some bits. That video will have just recently gone up on my channel because I've had so much stuff to post recently that everything has been backlogged. So yeah, that will only have recently gone up. But that was a really fun day actually. I got to like hang out with the cast and the creative team, have like really big chat with the writers, because I saw the concert workshop at the Palladium last year, and I did a vlog of the night. So they'd obviously watched that and remembered me, which was awesome. It's always nice to know that you're not just making videos and they're going into the void, like people are actually watching them and taking on what you say. It's scary, but it's cool. So yeah, I had a great chat with the writers of the show and just a really cool day. I had a great time. The next show I saw was Big Fish at the Other Palace. As I mentioned in the vlog, I booked this trip quite a time ago. I mean, like the summer. And I don't often book tickets far in advance. I mean, I have done a lot recently just because there's so much stuff being announced and I definitely want to have a ticket for it. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I booked to see Big Fish back in July and it finally came round, and this show broke me. This show just broke me completely. It was a great show. It was really good. Solid cast, the production value was awesome. I mean, I love The Other Palace, it's one of my favourites, so any chance I get to visit it, I'm always so happy to go along there. And yeah, the themes of the show were very relevant to me, so I sobbed like a little baby in the middle of Victoria after that, which was great. I say in the middle of Victoria, I found a spot to cry and compose myself before getting, did I get a bus home? Bus or tube? I don't know, before going home basically. I composed myself. Staying in the Victoria area, the next show I saw was Wicked. Have I become a fangirl again? Yeah, I have. And it's fine. I went to see Wicked again because Laura Pick was on as Elphaba, and you might have seen recently, well, it was August. Gosh, time is flying. Yeah, she's the standby for Elphaba, and this was her first full week on, so I definitely wanted to see her again. She has just grown even since just August. It's amazing. I think she's definitely like one of my favourite Elphabas at the moment to see, and it was just lovely to see her again. I day sat to see the show. I was umming and ahhing about whether to book, purely because I was lazy and thinking, do I want to get up in the morning? But I did because I had some theatre tokens to use as well, so obviously that made it a little bit cheaper. It was really nice to see her from the front row because last time I went, obviously it was the summer holidays, so it was very busy, and I ended up being like a bit further back than I normally prefer to be. But yeah, seeing her on the front row was awesome. And yeah, it was just lovely to see her. She's a fantastic Elphaba, and I recommend if you can go and see her, that you should. The next show that I saw was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child again. And yes, I feel very smug about saying that, but yes, I went to see it again. I only saw part 1 because this is going to be the next show in my cheap seat series. I don't know if that video will have gone up yet. It might have gone up in the same week as this one. If so, it'll obviously be on the channel and linked in the description. You can go and check it out. But yeah, I wanted to see it again purely for this reason, because I managed to find a cheap seat, like the cheapest seat. Obviously, that's why it's in the cheapest seat video series. Yeah, I managed to find that for like, I only booked it maybe a couple of weeks beforehand, maybe 3 weeks. So fairly soon after, and I just fancied seeing part 1 again. I prefer part 1. I think part 1 is better. And I didn't really talk much about the cast in that video actually, so I'll mention it now. Obviously it's the new cast, but they're not really new anymore. They've been doing it for a little while. In my opinion, I do prefer the original cast. I think it is hard though when it's the first time you see a show. Most of the time you probably will prefer the first cast that you saw the show with, so I don't think that the second cast are rubbish. I'm really bad at remembering everyone's names, and stupidly, I should have looked up on the website quickly, but the guy playing Scorpius in this current cast I think is fantastic. I think his name's Samuel Blenkin, but I might be wrong. He's so great, and he really reminds me of James, who I saw play the role the first time I saw the show, and I'm not going to say their surname because I'm going to butcher it and I don't want to do that, but James, I believe, was the understudy. Yeah, I think the understudy. The portrayal there was amazing, and Samuel really reminded me of that, from like the sort of like the awkwardness and the geeky but still the feistiness. I loved that. The only other like thing that I could comment on with this cast is that whoever plays Ginny now, I don't know if it's the way that Ginny has been written in this story. I just don't like what she does with the character, and I didn't love what the previous actress did for Ginny. Like a friend of mine, we spoke about this, and she was like, I just don't like her, like the way she plays Ginny, I don't like it at all. But I saw her and I thought, yeah, actually I don't mind, like she's fine. But the new actress for her, I'm not a fan, but we'll leave it at that. It was great to see Cursed Child again, even if it was just part 1, and obviously that video will either be up now or up soon. After Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, the next thing that I went to was Rachael Tucker's gig at Shoreditch Town Hall. This was such a fun night. I went knowing that Olivia was going, and then I bumped into Eddie and loads of other people that I know, and it was just a really lovely night. Rachael is obviously bloody fantastic, so I don't feel like I need to comment too much on the gig itself because she's just brilliant. Every time you see her, she's just fantastic. Emma Hatton was her guest for the night, and I've not seen Emma since, well, I saw her obviously in Evita in the summer, but that feels like forever ago. So yeah, it's been a while, and it was just a really fun concert, and Rachael always puts on such a good show. So that was great. I'm actually filming this video a little bit earlier than normal because I've got a really busy week. and I just wanted to make sure this was filmed so I could get it up on time before Vlogmas, because oh my god, I'm terrified. So the next show that I'm going to see, I've not seen yet. Obviously by the time this video is up, I will have, and then reviews will be following shortly. I'm going to Zurich to see Wicked. Judge me all you want. It's fine, because it won't be at the levels of how much I judge myself. I'm going to see the new tour cast of Wicked. I am a very impatient person, and I wanted to see the show as soon as possible, and I've been thinking for ages that I wanted to see Wicked somewhere like completely different, and I believe this is their first time in Switzerland, like the show itself, it's first time there, and also there's going to be like Christmas markets and stuff, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna book it. So that's happening, and it will have happened by the time this video goes up, and I'm very excited. I've just come back from Disneyland as well, so I'm exhausted, but I'm so excited. I've never been to Zurich ever, so I'm really excited to see the city and to see Wicked in a completely different place with like a different audience setting, and obviously the new cast. I'm so excited, and I hope you enjoy the vlog whenever it comes out. It'll be out soon, it won't be too long, don't worry. But yeah, I'm mental and it's fine. After this, when I'm back in London, I'm going to be seeing Follies at the National Theatre, finally. Oh my god. This is a show that I booked forever ago, I think in like July, when the entry pass tickets went on sale. So yeah, I'm seeing that, and I've heard only good things, so I cannot wait to finally see it. And then in the same day, I'm going to see Everybody's Talking About Jamie. Again, I've been hearing incredible things about this show, so I am very excited to see that. It's going to be a good 2-show day. It's going to be an interesting 2-show day, that's for sure. I feel like these shows are going to be very different, but that's fine. Obviously, the last 3 theatre things on my November list are going to be Vlogmas videos, because we are going straight into December, aren't we? Oh guys, I'm scared about Vlogmas, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and do it anyway. It's gonna be a mix of like obviously theatre vlogs, and I'm gonna be doing daily Disney vlogs from the trip that Sam and I just went on, so expect those. And also I'm gonna do some more like sit down videos, because Vlogmas for me, I don't love the vlogging every day thing. I know that's kind of the point, but I feel like you should be able to do Vlogmas how you want to do Vlogmas. I'm gonna do my best to get a video up every day, and I feel like that's enough. It doesn't matter like whether it's a vlog going around doing my daily life, because my daily life's very boring. I'm either at work, or I'm at home, or I'm at the theatre, which I show you anyway. Like, I couldn't vlog my work, so there's no point me doing that. So I hope you enjoy whatever comes out of my Vlogmas. Make sure obviously you're subscribed to find out what's going on, and I hope you don't mind me uploading like 25 videos in December. There's going to be more than that, because there's going to be a couple of end of year videos. I'm exhausted just thinking about it. Oh my god. I did a count the other day and realised I've uploaded over 100 videos this year as it is. No wonder I'm exhausted all the time. Yay, YouTube! All jokes aside, I do hope that you are looking forward to Vlogmas. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, do let me know what you've been up to in Theatreland this month and the previous month, because I missed out on that video, sorry. Yeah, let me know what you've been up to, and if you've been to see any of the shows that I've mentioned in this video, because as always, I would love to know your opinions. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you'd like to see more of me in the future. I hope you're doing really well, and I will see you very soon. Bye!